They said we were in for an unpredictable race, and they may just be right. I can see Lewis Hamilton leaving his pit box with a set of intermediates on. It's starting to rain. He's quite a bit behind his teammate, but on current conditions, on a much, much better tyre. I'm not sure his teammate is going to be able to resist a hard-charging Lewis Hamilton.
Hey guys, how's everyone? Back at it once again with a brand new video for you, and welcome to part 2 of Formula 1 2012's Champions Mode. And on this episode we take on the 2008 World Champion Lewis Hamilton. It's kind of funny how eerily reminiscent this challenge is of how he won his world title back in 2008. I think that's probably intentional as it goes, because he won his world title back in 2008 on the final race, and it literally went down to the final corner. It was changeable conditions. Felipe Massa had already crossed the line. All he had to do was make sure he was a certain number of places ahead of Lewis Hamilton, and Hamilton needed one more place to win the world title. Right now, as it stood, it was going to be a tie, and Massa would win on countback because he had one more race win than Lewis Hamilton did. But the one guy ahead of him, Timo Glock, his car turned into a bumper car or a Dodgem or some sort on the last lap. And on the penultimate corner, Hamilton passed him, and that was enough to win the World Championship. Arguably the closest World Championship of all time. I'm sure somebody in the comments will correct me on that. But here's the challenge. All you got to do is hold off Lewis Hamilton behind you with 4 laps to go in the Brazilian Grand Prix. The track has just started to rain, it's changeable conditions, and you've got to bring it home somehow. You've got 2 options. You can either A, stay on the slicks and try and guide it home without losing too much time, or B, you can go in the pits, change to the intermediate tyres, and have a better chance of making it home without making a mistake. Bit of advice for you, don't choose option 1. Simply put, don't be a hero. It's not going to happen. You'll survive the first lap, but by the time you try the second and the third lap, the track's getting wetter and wetter, and there's no way you're going to have enough time, to keep Hamilton behind you. It's just not going to happen because you will make a mistake. You're only human. Trust me, it's just not going to work out for you. So, go in the pits, first opportunity you can get. So at the end of that first lap, go in the pits, change to the intermediate tyres. You'll definitely come out ahead of Hamilton as long as you haven't botched that first lap. That first lap is actually, the track is still rather dry, so you can actually push it like it was dry. Don't be too aggressive with the steering wheel, but besides that, you can actually push like it's a dry track on the first lap. So don't worry about the rain too much. Only worry about it after you come out of the pits, because the new localized weather comes into effect a little bit there. Once you're on the intermediates though, you might want to be a little bit more careful. There's 2 particularly treachery corners. I believe the downhill left-hander in the middle part of the track, rain is running off that area and it's going downhill, so there's a good chance you can aquaplane or spin a tyre and overcook it around that corner. I did it numerous times in the rain around here when I was testing the game out a month ago. So be careful of that corner, and be careful of the uphill right-hander before the sweeping left coming into the final sector. That corner as well can definitely be tricky because you're under heavy braking, you're going uphill, you can easily slide a tyre, you can aquaplane. Again, you can put too much power down on the slower bends and overcook it. So be smooth, try and be gentle. Hamilton doesn't drive at that hard a pace once he's out there on the intermediates. As long as you're careful, you're safe, and you don't make a major mistake, you'll probably be okay, even on the hard difficulty. We're watching this is on the hard level. I even make a mistake or two in this one, and I still come out comfortably ahead. So don't panic too much if you make a minor mistake or spin a wheel or things like that. There's half a chance you'll still recover and even go on to still win the race. Even if he overtakes you on the intermediates, don't give up. So, because trust me, his pace is not that great. It really isn't. As always, watch out for back markers. They can always ruin your race. It's a general tip across the board, apart from a couple of these challenges, but one in particular, which I'll get to when the time comes. And always turn your engine mix up to fuel mix 3. You might as well. You've got 3 extra laps of fuel. So you can just whack it up to rich right from the start. There's no penalty. It's more powerful. You'll do faster laps that way. There's no reason not to have it on, if you ask me. So yeah, that's Lewis Hamilton's challenge for you. I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay. My question for you guys, the commenters below: do you think Lewis Hamilton can still win this year's World Championship? He is, as it stands at time of recording, 52 points behind World Championship leader Fernando Alonso, with 6 races to go. There's 150 available points. Hamilton's 52 off the top. Do you think he can take it? I think he's going to need some help from Button as a wingman if he has any chance. I think Suzuka next weekend is the make or break race for Hamilton. If he doesn't have a good result, I think I consider his title challenge well and truly over. He's probably the fastest man in the sport right now, but he's had 3 donuts, 3 zeros in his last 5 races when it comes to point scoring results. So, who knows? Let me know what you think below. I hope you've enjoyed part 2 of our Champions mode. I'm aiming for 100 likes. Can we try and get 100? That would be fantastic, just like the last time round. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Sayonara.
But it just wasn't to be.